Would you believe it if we told you that gaming is one of the most profitable areas to invest your money in? Well, with cloud and mobile gaming becoming more prevalent, the industry is only increasing in value. Still, how much would you spend in the virtual gaming space? Check out how much was spent in buying the most expensive virtual items ever sold. Number 10. Burning Killer Exclusive. The Burning Killer exclusive from Team Fortress 2 was initially launched as a promotional item with magazine PC Gamer. This cosmetic hat then eventually became a huge part of the game. When the flaming edition of this mock journalist hat arrived, it became one of the rarest items in the game. Its value started to increase in the marketplace. The Killer exclusive eventually sold in 2014 for 300 earbuds in-game, for a total of around $11,000. The item was then made available to be bought online for $12,000. Number 9. Echoing Fury Mace. The Echoing Fury Mace from Diablo 3 was a rare weapon worthy of the attention it received. The mace could do the highest possible damage for a one-handed weapon and extreme critical hit damage. There was no wonder why it was so sought after. The initial owner had to sell it quickly because he was in need of rent. The mace sold for a few $100s. The value of the weapon then shot up. It eventually sold for 40 billion in-game gold, which was anywhere between $9,000 to $14,000 at the time. Number 8. Dragon Slaying Saber. Most of the high-priced items in the virtual world are bought only by gamers who have been passionate fans of the game for a long time. Snail Games, however, managed to auction some of their wares from the Age of Wulin while the game was still in beta. The game takes place in medieval China, and martial arts is the focus. On the beta launch day of the game in China, the developers launched an auction for a few pieces of the in-game equipment. Most items had several copies and went for $2,000 or so, but the Dragon Slaying Saber was a unique piece. It would only have one owner. People were shocked when the saber sold for 100,000 won, or around $16,000. Number 7. Treasure Island. Most games have very simple trading systems, but very few have economy systems as solid as Entropia Universe. The game works on real cash economy, which means that players can actually cash their money out at a ratio of 10-to-1 on a US dollar. This technically makes the game properties as valuable as real estate in the real world. The Treasure Island was not only massive, but also had a lot of mining and hunting benefits along with taxation rights. This is what developer MindArc was selling when it was auctioning off the island. David Story shelled out $26,500 to own the island. Number 6. Ethereal Flames Pink War Dog. The Ethereal Flames Pink War Dog from Dota 2 is much more than just an online pet. In Valve's popular MOBA, the animal is known as a courier and transports items for the players. This item was extremely rare. A war dog's power, the ethereal flame effect, and the color pink, which was apparently a glitch. All these traits made this beast a rare find. Player Pada sold it for $38,000. Soon after, there were many patch updates, which lowered its rarity. It is not likely that the pet will ever sell for anything higher now. Number 5. Amsterdam. Amsterdam has been recreated in Second Life, and the Dutch city has been replicated to perfection, with canals, streetcars, as well as the shadier aspects of the city, such as sex shops and adult clubs all over the city. The replicas of the buildings were hardly noticed, with the constant soliciting for paid cybersex around the train station and red light districts. It's not hard to believe that this became a popular destination. It sold for $50,000 on eBay. Number 4. Nest Egg. The nest egg in the Entropia universe appeared as an egg of a creature known as the Atrox Queen and didn't have any intrinsic value when it was sold. It was discovered as a loot item from a different creature. The egg was first bought by John Neverdie Jacobs for around $10,000. In turn, he sold it to David Story for nearly $70,000. The egg hatched 6 years after it was discovered into a creature known as Fefux. Number 3. Crystal Palace Space Station. Real estate might be getting expensive, but things aren't any different in the virtual world either. The Crystal Palace is one of the most profitable and expansive locations in the Entropia universe. For people traveling around planet Calypso, the space station is a popular destination. The Crystal Palace was a smart buy. The owner could get taxes from players hunting and operating out of the station, and running it could make you a good amount of money. This is exactly what happened when user Buzz Eric Lightyear bought the station for more than 3 million in in-game currency, which converted to more than $330,000. This negotiation had the world talking about the virtual world and the potential profits in this space. Number 2. Club Neverdie. The asteroid resort, Club Neverdie, was named after the buyer John Neverdie Jacobs. It was bought for around $100,000 in 2005 by Jacobs, who actually mortgaged his real house to buy it. Real money was used, and there were many risks, but it was part of the Entropia universe. With 20 biodomes, 66 shops, 1,000 apartments and teleporters, the taxation revenues that Jacobs got from owning the site allowed him to get his investment back in just around 8 months. He also decorated the place with some rare items and made it one of the hottest points of the game. It was the most expensive virtual item until Crystal Palace, but Jacobs reclaimed his title when he sold the club in pieces for a total of $635,000. He earned tremendous profit and became one of the most important online traders in the virtual space. Number 1. Planet Calypso. Planet Calypso made all the previous records seem like peanuts when it was sold by developer MindArc to SEE Virtual Worlds for a whopping $6 million. The sci-fi themed Planet Calypso is a part of the Entropia universe. Players established a new virtual civilization with human colonies on an alien planet. SEE had also planned on adding Planet Michael to the game in honor of the late Michael Jackson and donate to charities that he supported, but after a few negotiations, it became its own game. Would you ever spend such ridiculous amounts of money on virtual games? Which game do you prefer? Tell us in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and share it. Also, subscribe to our channel for more such content.